Now, looking right here on the screen, you can see that this particular channel earns for themselves about $900 to $1,000 every single month. And this other channel on here actually does for themselves as much as $2,000 every single month. Now, first things first is that these channels are actually about 5 months old, and they just literally use AI to generate content for themselves. Because yes, we can actually come over here to the first channel, as you can see here. Now, looking right here, you can see that all they do is just to create a couple of different, still images or moving images that is done by AI. They layer it over with a couple of sounds, and they just publish on the YouTube channel. And when you come over here, this is something very similar to what this particular channel does. And in this particular case, you can see that they just even use one single picture in order to generate the full story and all. Now, in this particular video today, I'm going to show you guys exactly how you can actually start creating your own faceless AI YouTube channel that can actually earn you as much as $2,000 to $3,000 every single month. And what I'm going to do in this particular video for you is to break down every step-by-step process and help us explore different tools and different ways that we can generate our story, get to do our voiceover, and also get to edit our videos in order to monetize our channel very fast and start getting paid from our faceless YouTube channel. Now, faceless YouTube channel is obviously one of the best ways to actually earn money in 2025, and something that everybody should actually have as a side hustle, because you don't need to show your face, you don't need to get any fancy equipment, neither do you even need to spend a countless number of hours actually sitting and working, creating content and all. And this is exactly why it's the best side hustle for those of us who have actually tried affiliate marketing, freelancing, dropshipping, and other side hustles available on the internet. This obviously is one of the best make money online schemes. Now, the very first thing we actually want to do here is leveraging on this free tool that is available to us, which is ChatGPT. So I'm going to come on ChatGPT right now, and with a couple of prompts, I'm able to create my channel in very simple and easy steps. Now, looking right here on the screen, you can obviously see I prompted ChatGPT and I said, I want to create a faceless AI storytelling channel on YouTube. I want to focus on stories around racial injustice. Create me channel name ideas for my channel in this category for faceless YouTube channel. Also, share with me a couple of stories titled in this category. And ChatGPT has actually gone ahead to start creating me a couple of channel name ideas that I can simply use on here. And you can actually see from everyone here, I can easily just pick on head narratives, right? Or you can actually go ahead and start out with using shortened voices or whichever one it is, right? If you actually don't like these names, you can always go ahead and reprompt ChatGPT to give you a couple of other name ideas that you can use. But when you also scroll down, you can see that we have a couple of stories that ChatGPT has been able to help us to create some of the titles on here. We're going to go ahead and write the stories about them, but then let's first of all go ahead and create our channel ASAP. Now, what you want to simply do is to go ahead to your YouTube channel. You can actually tap on the icon, you click on settings, and then you can create a new channel for yourself. And if you do not have an existing YouTube channel account, you can obviously just set up a new account from scratch for your own Gmail. Now, once you're inside of here, you have the option to go ahead and click on create a channel. And this is exactly where you might want to do a couple of verification, and it will help you to set up a channel for yourself. Now, because I already have a channel that is here that I will obviously be using for this particular video, I can easily just go ahead and smash on the video, and then I have all of the settings for this particular channel all put together. Now, once I already have this set up, the next thing I actually want to do is to go back to ChatGPT and then start out with creating stories for my channel. Because see, you don't need to think about this or try to see it as more difficult as what it's meant to be. The major thing is really to get started with this particular process on here, and this AI faceless YouTube channel has really been set up and ready to start getting you results. Now, when you come over here, what you want to do is to look at what is here. And for this particular titles, I'm like, oh, I actually don't like any of these titles here. I actually want to recreate these titles or make it look a little bit more emotional or suspense, right? And I'm just going to prompt ChatGPT again. So you can actually see I'm actually adding a prompt here where I said, give me some more story titles, something more suspense filled, and having some more intrigue and also emotional. I need stories highlighting several individuals as well. So I'm going to tap this in and allow ChatGPT to generate me some more ideas that would obviously help me here. So you can see it has actually generated me a couple more, right? And you can see it says here the last string, right? How one night shattered 5 futures. Okay, so you can obviously see here that I also still do not like the story titles it's giving me here. And then one of the things I did was to go over to the channel, which I'm obviously emulating, and I actually go through their stories and look at exactly how they are able to craft a couple of titles for the stories that they have, right? And I just come over here, and what I'm going to simply do is just to copy their pattern or copy their style, right? And I'm coming over to ChatGPT again, and I'm telling ChatGPT, since this is about a racial and injustice, write stories involving someone being maltreated. It could be a black boy or a child or something in that setting, then highlight a savior in that case, right? So I'm going to input the stories again, and if this doesn't still give me what I want, I would actually go over to the next step, which I would now use to, get the exact story titles that I'm looking out for. Now you can obviously see that in this particular case, ChatGPT has really gone ahead to start even crafting the story for me, of which I'm not yet interested in. Now, how exactly am I going to get ChatGPT to pick up exactly what I am actually looking out for, or something it should actually model? Because this is an AI tool, and you obviously want to make sure that they are able to model something in order to create the best for you, okay? Now I'm going to come over to this particular channel on here, and what I'm going to simply do is just to copy, right? I'm going to copy, and I'm going to copy and stop here. And I'm going to go back to ChatGPT. I'm going to paste it in, and I'll say, use this as guideline on story titles for my channel. Now, once I actually impute that, you're going to see what's going to happen. You're going to see that ChatGPT would obviously start, creating a couple of titles along the line of what I want. So this is essentially where we're trying to give ChatGPT something that they'll model, making it much more easier for them to be able to use, a pattern, or more of like use a template for what story titles that they're going to be creating. So you can obviously see here that I just simply went ahead, I copied the particular title, and I imported it here and added a script where I said, write me a 1000 word story for this title. I need it to be filled with a lot of suspense and intrigue, and also make it emotional. And this is going to be a YouTube script for this story, and make sure you add those elements to captivate the audience and make them watch through the video. So I'm going to impute this right now and allow ChatGPT to actually give me this particular story, right? So it's already, starting to write out this story, and I'm just going to hold on for a couple of minutes, and it is going to be done with this story for me. And you can obviously see here that ChatGPT is done with this particular story, and all I can do here is to copy this story. And once I copy, I'm going to go over to a Google Doc, right, or whatever document you use, and I'm going to use it to edit this story. So let me paste this in, because once I paste this story in, you can see it's pasted here. One of the first things I do is actually to try and count how many words this story is, and as you can see here, this is 956 word story. Now a 956 word story can actually be at about, let's say 7-8 minutes thereabouts, or even less, right? And sometimes you actually want to write more stories that would get to like 1 hour thereabouts. Now what you simply want to do in this particular case is where you're asking ChatGPT to create this story and have a cliffhanger for a next part, like a part 2, a part 3, a part 4, and part 5, right? That way, when you now combine all of the script together, it actually makes more volume. Now in this very case, I'm just going to simply go ahead, and I'm just going to start deleting every of the area that I don't want to be present in my voiceover, because the next step here is creating your voiceover, right? So I'm going to proceed right now to start editing this particular piece of content. Now you can actually see that I've actually gone ahead to fully edit this particular script, and once I'm done editing the script, I'm going to copy the whole script here, and I'm going to go over to 11 Labs. Now 11 Labs is actually that one tool that you obviously want to use for your voiceover. I love it because it is actually one that gives you voiceover that is almost like real humans. Now there are other options of using free voiceover, like Clipchamp can also work for you, like I did in my previous video, but 11 Labs just does its own magic and makes it very realistic. Now once you're already here, I want to go over to Studio. Now understand that when you actually sign up on 11 Labs, you are obviously going to be getting a free trial and some credits to actually test out the platform, after which you have to pay like $5, then $11, then about $99 monthly, right? And I'm going to be leaving a link down there in the description so that you'll be able to access 11 Labs for yourself ASAP. Right? In short, every of the links I'm going to be sharing in this particular video, every website, you can access the link by clicking in the description. You get access to every one of them. So I'm going to start up a new project here, and I'm going to create a project. And once I do this, I'm just going to proceed to paste my script. I'm going to paste my script all in here. And you can actually see that I have options of using various, voices. But in this particular case, I'm using Tony. US Embassy said stop. And I'm going to be using this particular guy for all of my script. So I'm just going to highlight everything on here. As you can see, I'm just going to scroll down, and Once I have this highlighted, what I'm going to do next is to go ahead. I can easily click here and generate, allow it to play until the end, right, which it will actually load for a while and start playing. Because I actually want it faster, I'm going to come over here, click on convert project, and then I would proceed to click on convert again, convert, and it will actually start converting this particular script to the voiceover using the voice I already have added, right? And while this is converting, what I'm going to do right now is to go over to ChatGPT again and ask ChatGPT for a couple of images. I'm going to say, oh, from this story, give me an image prompt that describes the climax of this event properly. Right, and you can actually see here, this is an image prompt, and it's already just giving me a couple of image prompts and also generating an image for me. Now, I actually asked ChatGPT to give me this particular prompt because I actually want an option that I can use to generate my image from other sources like Leonardo AI and other AI tools. But looking on here, you can also see that ChatGPT has actually generated me an image here, right? So in this particular case, I'm just going to make a couple of changes to this particular prompt. That's the image prompt. So I'm going to paste it inside of here in my document, and I'll just change it a little bit because I actually want the policeman with the FBI badge to be a man, right, a white man, while the boy in the car is black, right? So I'm just going to add that. So I'm going to copy this right now, and let's say we go over to Leonardo AI to generate our image. You can actually see that I can easily just paste in my prompt here, go over to the settings, and then put 16:9 medium size, and I'll click on generate, right? So as I click on generate on here, Leonardo AI is going to give me a couple of images that I can already use for my video on here. So let's just hold on for this to load. But meanwhile, you can go ahead and check back on our voiceover, and as you can see here, it has been fully done. So I'm going to proceed right now to download this. And once it is downloaded, I can open it and let's even see how much of time it is. Okay, so when you look here, you can actually see that this is a 5-minute story, right? So we already have a 5-minute story. Let's go back to Leonardo AI, and as you can see on here, Leonardo AI is actually has been able to give us a couple of more images. So I think this is a very good image on here, and we can actually use this in this particular case because there were 3 characters here, and I'm just going to download this particular image by clicking on this. Now, once I have this image downloaded, the third step here is to proceed to start editing my video and putting up the story alongside with the image and all together. For this particular case, I'm going to go over and open up my CapCut, right? Because that is exactly what I'm going to be using right on here. Now, since my CapCut is already open, I'll click on create a project, and I have, my space here for project creation. I'm going to go ahead and do 2 things, which is adding the audio and the image inside of this very space. Now, once I already have the audio, I also have the image. All I'm going to do is just to elongate the image, all right? Elongate the image to fill up the, full video space, right? And I'm just going to go ahead and play the video now. Now, I haven't played the video. I actually want to make sure that I have an auto caption on it. So I'm going to go ahead and generate an auto caption for this particular video right away. As you can see, this particular caption has been fully generated. I'm just going to make a couple of changes. Let me just change the font size, make it larger and more visible. Okay, so I'm going to come over here and let's play through the video. So you can obviously see this. The next thing actually might want to do is to add a couple of effects, because you actually want to give this particular video a couple of busy movement up and down around the content itself, instead of making it just to be on one particular static image. So in that particular case, I'm going to go over to the effects, and on the effects I'm going to scroll down and look for a couple of effects I can add. So this particular noise effect is one that you can obviously add, and adding that noise effect, you can actually see on here on the video that when you play it, you see some white noise around. There's also the darker noise, which you can obviously use as well in this very case, right? Or the white one, right? But the beautiful thing is the fact that we have been able to create a simple video for ourselves right now using this particular simple method. And just like the other video did, you can use one simple image and run through the story. Just make sure your story makes sense, it's quite engaging, and it's something that people actually want to sit and watch through. Now, there are different categories, there are different other areas you can actually create your story about, right? But understanding what niche actually, is very important, because that also forms your RPM. Now, there are a couple of other things around having a faceless YouTube channel that can actually get to fetch you huge bucks, as much as $1,000, $2,000 every single month. And that is exactly why I've also created, a quick guide with actionable steps on what you need to do step by step on how to make the most from your own AI faceless YouTube channel, so they can actually start making as much profit as you can within the first 2-3 months, and you can actually start getting better results for yourself. Even if you already have a channel and you're not really seeing much successes with it, then obviously with my years of experience, I can obviously guide you and show you exactly what you need to do in order to start getting better results for yourself. Now go ahead and use the link in the description to get started with this particular program. And obviously, yes, I am open and willing to guide you, show you all of the steps that you need to take in order to achieve success faster and all. Right? But let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section below. Ask me a lot of questions, I'm open to answering them. And give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. And obviously guys, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.